human family, and welcome back to another exciting episode of The Journey of Self-Mastery. I'm your host, White Wolf, and today's episode, time to get focused. All right, let's get into it. Nobody is coming to save us. Now is the time that we get clear on what is it? How do we want this world to look? What is it we want to create? What truly matters to us? Do we care about our families? Do we care about our health? Do we care about each other? Do we care about society? Because actions will always speak louder than words. It's not about just what we choose to do. It's also about what we choose not to do. Right now, it's blatantly obvious that we have a lot of different issues going on. Our food is being poisoned. Our housing is rising ridiculously. Our energy that we use to run our appliances is creating an issue by itself. With how we're being wasteful, with how we're not utilizing the capabilities that we have. And I don't mean just solar, though solar uses the sun, which is pretty, sustainable. But there's also things like nuclear energy. There's so much different types of new energies, new ideas coming out into the world. Things to inspire, to help us. We are literally able to now pull water out of the air and give people drinking water. Moses West created this technology years ago. And yet we still have so many places that are without. Our soils, the planet. We have to take care of Mother Earth. Or are we just going to leave it to the next 7+ generations to be like, yo, y'all left us a big handful of what the heck? Why didn't you care enough about us, about yourselves, about the world to stand together? And the thing is, it's not easy right now. It's not easy for anybody. A lot of people are working 2 to 3 jobs, just trying to survive, being stuck in that survival state. And then coming home being so tired and drained. How are you supposed to handle your family? How are you supposed to feed yourself? Eating healthy? Psh, I just got off my second shift. I'm about to get that double cheeseburger. Are you kidding me? I ain't got time to cook. That's how so many of us are thinking and feeling. I don't have time to think about growing a garden. I don't have the energy. I just want to relax and enjoy my life. And my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to all of us. Because right now it's not easy. There's so much different things going on. But we have to get real. We have to get real about what's happening around us and to us, because not only are people working these 2 to 3 jobs being overwhelmed and tired, we don't properly eat food that is nutritious to the body, that will drain our energy. And not just, we don't even think about nutrition. Now that's become a whole web of lies and illusions. Because a lot of our products from the common grocery stores are filled with so many different pesticides, herbicides, processed foods. There's so many people with plastic. We all have plastic inside of our bodies, a large amount of it. And it's not by accident that plastic is holding us back. Not just the plastic, but what are we looking at? What is it that we are ingesting by watching entertainment or these ads or commercials? How much hypersexualized material is so easily accessible and available? And not only available, but being shoved in people's faces on a regular basis. All the time. My kids could be watching a nice little friendly show on Hulu or YouTube, and all of a sudden you got this bra commercial with these women in their bras, and if you've been a boy at the age of 10 to 12, that's not something you need at that time. That's not something we need to keep forcing down ourselves. Hypersexualized type of content. The way that we are doing things. We have to really get focused and ask ourselves, what is it that we care about? How much of this mind-numbing type of, even these YouTube videos we have for kids, like YouTube Kids, these types of things, these iPad kids, when we're looking at what's being played on these screens, the type of hyper excessive fast-paced type of flickering screen, one thing after another, so fast, this rapid type of loud, obnoxious, nonsensical type of videos that will make their psyche in such a way that they can no longer communicate like a regular person. You can't even understand what they're saying. It's all these little catchphrases and just fast paced, and they start becoming agitated, and you can see it in their bodily movements. What are we doing to our children? Our school systems never were designed to have the flourishing of the human spirit, of the human soul, of what really matters inside of us. And okay, I talk of these things, but our medical system, our pharmacy system, we rather make money off of people and then poison them at the same time. There's certain things that are not making sense. And here's the thing, if you're working your 2 to 3 jobs and you're so tired and you've drained your energy from all this bad food, from all this content I have just programmed into myself, I have no energy to care. I have no energy to even look at what's actually happening. I can't face the realities of what is going on to us and to our society. And that's what it's about. We have to get stronger inside of ourselves. We have to go inwards. We have to get real with ourselves. And getting real is uncomfortable. Homie, you mean I gotta look at all the things on my baggage? How much stuff are we carrying from childhood trauma? A lot of us probably have a little bit of childhood trauma, Our parents did a great job. Our grandparents did a great job. It was a different time. Back then, kids were getting beat. The older generation, some of them have been through so much stuff that it's like, this seems like nothing. But then at the same time, we're not caring about what's happening. And it's not about putting blame on anybody. We need to move away from blaming anybody, because every generation did the best that they could to keep us going to the next level. And that has looked different every single time. We are no longer at that place of purely being in survival, of just having to work a job to provide in a certain type of way. Because now the amount of technology we have, we are able to be efficient, to think deeply, to start critically thinking about different systems, about what are our systems doing, how is it affecting our people, and how can we make real, long-lasting, sustainable changes that can benefit everybody. As we start to really look inside of ourselves, it's not easy. It takes having to face the things that we fear. What are the things that we fear? We have to let that go. We have to look, we're not here by accident. That all these illusions around us, programming this fear-based type of ideology. Look at our politics. It's like a freaking, it's like a sitcom. It is hilarious. It makes no sense. What? It's crazy. And it makes people so scared. Because it's like, is this real? Like, what's happening? How are we going to talk about all these different things going on with the UN, with the Ukraine, and us here in America, hurricane in Florida, in Georgia, fire in California, nothing. What's happening to those people? How much help are we even giving those people? We're not facing issues. We're not facing problems. We're just distracting ourselves. And the truth is, now we have to start really looking at, as an individual, what do we care about? Do we care about ourselves? Can we care enough about ourselves to see that, hey, I don't need to be in fear all the time. I'm not alone in this. This is a journey that we have all been blessed by our Creator to be here at this time period right now. And we all have unlimited power. But we have to learn how to tap into it. What are our belief systems? What are our limiting beliefs that hold us back? And what are our belief systems that push us forward to grow, to learn? This is why I bring up the chakra system. One of many systems to help people out. There's not one way of doing anything, but to learn that we have to go inside of ourselves and face the shadows, face the things that really make us uncomfortable, that push us to different types of comforts like alcohol and entertainment so we don't face reality. And it's not easy. Oh, trust, it's not easy. But progress, not perfection. Every little step we take of going inside of ourselves and being real, maybe our health is not the best. Maybe our health is not in the best condition at the moment. Maybe we can take small steps going for a walk, maybe one meal, baby steps. We add in a little extra vegetables. The next day, do the same thing, change it up, being consistent. Maybe the things I'm looking at are really starting to get to me, but I feel so drawn to it. Let's look at how we're spending our hours throughout the day. Maybe instead of watching TV for an hour, 40 minutes. Back off, spend the last 20 minutes doing some reading, or maybe watching something that makes me feel good. Maybe watching something that makes me think a little different, that pushes me out of my comfort zone, but makes me be like, huh, that's interesting. Maybe something that I actually care about. Courage. All of this is going to require courage. For us to even care enough about what are my passions? What are my dreams? What are the things I like that I want to go after? Because when we really start getting to our passions, not everybody will support you. If you have a desire in your heart that sings loudly that you will go after, there's so many people who will not uplift you. And you have to have the courage and the strength to go after it anyways. Heck, nowadays, if you have a family, people act like you can't even have passions or dreams. And that's not true. There are so many ways for us to take care of ourselves. But we have to act like we are people and that we matter. We have to act like we really matter, that my health matters, that these cigarettes that I'm smoking that is doing damage to my body, I can let it go. I can move forward. And it might not be easy, but we need to support each other. And if no one supports you, God will always support you. I always love that saying. In the darkest hours, hope is something you give yourself. That is the meaning of inner strength. Hashtag Uncle Iro. Because now, man, being ourselves and seeing that you can be yourself and still do good things in the world, and you don't have to work a job that you hate, and that you don't have to be under so much pressure or anxiety and care what other people think. It's free. It feels good. And now we're getting focused because it's going to take these baby steps, just as it takes baby steps to work inside of ourselves. It takes baby steps for us to work with each other, to be able to build relationships with each other, to be able to have communication where we don't fight about different opinions, but we're able to listen calmly, allowing people to finish speaking. And once they're done, then we can speak or someone else can speak. Having that type of courtesy. The type of character that we start to develop in ourselves. We have to care about that. What type of person do you want to be? Because now is the time to get focused. Because if we don't get focused, if we keep doing the same thing we've always done, we'll get the same result we've always gotten. All this chaos and confusion and just so much things going on. If we don't start to really look at and know that there is another way, a way that won't be easy, but will be worth it. And it might take a lot of time, and it might take a lot of energy, and it might be discomfortable, but it will be worth it. And we have to trust that. You have to trust that. But if you can't even trust yourself to follow your own dreams, to even believe that there's something more going on here, something more to yourself, that this is an amazing gift right now, then how are you going to step forward? How are you going to protect yourself, your family? How are you going to make your way in this world? And so that's the challenge right now. Going inwards and learning who we really are. Letting go of so many different blockages. Because as we fill up our own cup and we learn to express ourselves more and what makes us happy and joyful and passionate, then we're able to move away from this ideology that we are disconnected. For we are all one. The world is reflecting back to you. The internal world is a reflection of the external. The external world is a reflection of the internal world. How we are feeling. People can go through the same situations and have completely different views. That's for a reason. That's telling us something. That you are not different than me. That as we serve each other, we serve ourselves. Because we cannot do this alone. I can't do everything by myself. You can't do everything by yourself. There's so many different pieces to things. And that's for a reason. But we have to support that. I have to support you just as I have to support myself. It's not a difference. It's not about only supporting you or only supporting me. We have to find that balance. Everything in balance. Life in balance. And that's something they do not show on anything. Balance. What does that even mean? What does harmony mean? How does that feel like? We don't have any examples of how that feels or looks or even a picture of that. It makes it feel like, is that even possible? And the answer is yes. Heck yeah, it's possible. Dang right, it's possible. But it takes finding it inside of ourselves. How do you choose to find your balance, your harmony, that peace inside of yourself? Because there's so many ways. How do you choose to navigate this world? Because everything you have is inside of you. There's a guidance system telling you where to go, what to do, that will lead you to your dreams, that will lead you to harmony, that will lead you to peace. And so I'm going to say it one more time. We just have to get focused. We have to develop our mind. We have to look at our emotions. They tell us things. How are we feeling? Crying is not weakness. Crying is releasing all the baggage you have inside of yourself that needs to come out. And yeah, there might be a time and place for things. Sometimes you might have to go in the room by yourself and just have that really good, painful cry. That type of cry that, whoo, it hurt. That hurt. But on the other side, oh, it feels so good. On the other side, you feel so much better. We have to train our body. Our body is literally the vessel that carries you everywhere in this world. You can't just let your body degenerate, because then your quality of life instantly goes down. And it's hard to face when these ideologies tell you otherwise. You are not a mistake, and nothing about you is a mistake. Be yourself. There's no one way to be a man or a woman. There's no one way to just be you. So let's get stronger. And it's not easy, but we can do it. Take the time and believe in yourself. Because I know there's a lot of things out here that tell you not to. That you're unworthy, undeserving. I'm undeserving of love. I'm undeserving of anything. That's all programming. You are worthy. You are loved. You are cared about. And don't let anything or anybody tell you otherwise. Care enough about yourself to become strong enough to follow your dreams, to help create a world for the next 7+ generations that is flourishing beautifully, where people love each other and show it, where we take care of the planet, we take care of each other, and we start seeing that there's so much more, and it's right there on the horizon. And so, thank you everybody for listening to today's message. One of the main tools I use to help me stay in balance and in harmony is the Shaolin arts. Because you go through it all. You go through the hard, the soft. You learn to cultivate your emotions. You find stillness and peace in meditation. You learn to develop virtues. The type of virtues that cultivate your character, so that no matter what happens, you're damn proud of yourself. Not in an egotistical type of way, but in a way that if I was to die tomorrow, I am grateful for every single moment. I am grateful that I did my very best to bring love and light into this world every step of the way. And it might have took me a little bit to find my way, but I finally did. And that is to bring love into this world. And so, thank you everybody for listening to today's message. I look forward to seeing y'all one day. But to putting out more videos, we're about to have a lot more training. Now is the time to put out training. Lots of training. So, get ready, because we're about to have some fun. And we're about to change it up. Never give up. Never surrender. And just really write down, what is it you care about? What is it you want to do in this world? What are your dreams? Write it down and look at it. Look at it in the morning. Look at it at night. Feel the emotions of living your dream. You have to feel it. What is it like to be there? What is it like to see the world flourishing so beautifully? Because to me, it feels good. It feels really good. And it gives me motivated to never give up and never surrender. And so, thank you, human family. Love and light leads the way. Take care and God bless.